What is up, everybody? Welcome once again to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I'm Andy McConnell. He is in a different location this time, Mr. Cody Allstat. Cody, how are we?
I'm doing good. Like you said, new location. Yeah, better internet quality, I think.
Good. That's what we like to see.
Yeah,
For those who aren't watching on YouTube, there's a light shining down on Cody. It looks like he's an angel.
I am. And actually, you know
we'll
what?
go with that.
We're gonna go with that. I am an angel, but you know who's not an angel?
Who?
Our pest of the week.
Oh, good. We're gonna get into that right off the bat.
Let's go for it right off the bat. Why not?
Okay.
Just
I like it.
It's a good segue.
It is. That actually is a really good segue.
This is from Angel. This week's Pest of the Week is brought to you by Decor Pest Control. I just had the information up. Who offers residential and commercial pest control, including earwigs, cockroaches, ants, bed bugs, fleas, bees, box elder bugs. Also inspects for termites. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, call Cass at 563-419-3251. But the reason that Angel is brought up to our Pest of the Week is because Angel Reese, yes, that Angel Reese, her mother is tweeting at the Iowa fan base after their game, or their game that they had against Brazil.
The Indiana Fevers game at Carver
Yes.
Hawkeye Arena against Brazil.
Yes.
Sorry, just have to give context.
Yep. Where where the Fever beat the living tar out of them. It was an exhibition.
Expected.
Yes,
I mean,
100%. I mean, they're playing it at Carver.
Yeah.
They knew what they were getting into. But
Caitlin might or might not have pulled one from her spot on the court as well.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
She looked good.
Yeah.
But anyway, Angel Reese, the mom, wrote, Aw, that certain fan base looking in the stands, celebrating attendance, while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We ain't the same. Different years, same haters. Have a great day. Let it go, woman.
Yeah, that's...
I'm sorry. This is part of the reason why your daughter is not as popular as Caitlin Clark, who is a humble player of the game who tries to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible, other than ball.
Yep. Other than growing the game of ball.
And dude, she is the face. She is not the face of the WNBA. She's the face of basketball.
Oh yeah,
she is
hands down.
100% the face of the sport right now.
I think she's even a bigger face than LeBron. And that's
100%.
Really hard to do, but
yeah, it's unbelievable what she has done for the WNBA.
So I saw something where I think that exhibition game that the Fever had, that was even rated higher, I believe, than any of the at least game one of the WNBA finals last year. I think if I saw it right.
Yeah.
Again, not bad.
I think I read, I didn't dig into this, but I think from the context that I got, that had more viewership than all of the WNBA games minus two, all of the preseason WNBA games in history combined.
Yeah.
Minus two.
Now, I will say for context, there really have not been, up until this year, a lot of preseason games on TV.
There hasn't been a lot of
basically
regular season games on TV until the last couple seasons.
That's true. That is very true. But again, I know you want to be proud of your daughter because she won a natty.
You could be. There's no reason not to be, but that doesn't mean you have to. There's anything to take away from the person that has. She is benefiting your daughter tenfold.
Exactly, because look at how much money Angel and the other WNBA players are going to probably be making within the next 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah, they might the sport might actually become profitable again. Or
I know
for once.
Well, and I don't know. They might not have to go overseas and play. Or and don't get me wrong, some of these girls like Angel, not bad looking. They can do modeling stuff like that to earn extra money too. But most of them have to go overseas over to Europe or Russia in like Brittany Griner's case or
Yep.
somewhere like that. They have to go somewhere.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Prison
Sorry.
league basketball.
Yeah, sure.
Mean
But
machine.
they have to go other places to earn income. It's just how it is. But yeah, like be thankful. Like
Yeah.
don't spew hate, spew love.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Now I will say, that it was a preseason game. My one takeaway from that from the Indiana Fever, they're gonna be good.
I think we've discussed this before. Going into last season, that was like Caitlin Clark is obviously the player that team's built around already. Yep. She went from college basketball or camps to regular or to preseason to regular season basketball to the Big Ten tournament to the NCAA tournament. Had about 2 weeks off, got drafted, and was in rookie camp and played a full season. That is a long, long time of playing basketball without a break. Like, she came back, the only break that they really had was the Olympic break, and she came back strong after that.
And I mean, and
the whole team did.
The whole team did, because they actually got some time to just, one, kind of just relax, but then two, they got some time to practice a little bit more because they barely had any practices before the season started.
Yeah.
And now they've had a whole off season to train and get ready.
Caitlin looks jacked.
Yeah, she does. I mean, I think they highlighted it on the broadcast. But yeah, she looks jacked, and they did a good job of filling out the roster, as in they got some shooters, but also they got a couple girls that are kind of enforcers that are like, yeah, nobody's going to touch Caitlin at all.
Yeah.
Like if they do, there might be fisticuffs.
They're big pulling guards in football.
Yeah. They're the guys.
Remember
the
movie? Remember the movie, The Replacements? Have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it.
I don't. What do you do, Andy? This is a football movie.
I do what I'm doing now. I'm watching hockey. Oh, I think I'm more. See, if we want to go more like that route, I go more of the Bash brothers from D2.
We can go with, I'm fine with that. Just because we talked about that like today, the Bash brothers.
But still, I mean, the Bash brothers, that's not who you wanted to mess with. You mess with one, you're going to get the other one coming right at you.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, every good team, they have some type of enforcer or enforcers on their team.
Quack.
What?
Quack.
Oh, quack.
And we
owe
Disney
to wonder what the heck you were saying. No, I don't think so. I think we're good there. I don't think they own a lot to that.
Okay.
As long as we don't sing happy birthday, we're fine.
It's fair. Let's see. You know what? We didn't get into what did you do over the weekend?
Oh, I probably almost had a near heart attack on Saturday because I was watching Game 7 hockey.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Dallas. My Dallas Stars had a little 2-0 comeback against the Colorado Avalanche in the third period, and I think I've told you before, I'm very superstitious.
Nope.
So like I was watching the game laying down on my stomach on my bed, like the first 2 periods. Then the third period I decided to sit up, change up some stuff, and then that's when good stuff happened.
It's all because of you, Andy.
I know. But then, yeah,
I'm surprised you're not watching this game in that exact same position.
I am sitting up, just not on my bed. But I mean, the kind of coolest part from that game, Mikko Rantanen, who was on Colorado, like when they won the Stanley Cup, and then Colorado decided that they didn't want to pay him, so they traded him to Carolina, and then it wasn't working with Carolina, so Dallas acquired him from Carolina during the trade deadline in a 3-team trade, ironically involving the Avs as well. Yeah, he had 4 points, so 3 goals. He had a hattie and an assist, all in the third period.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Should have paid the man.
Yep, and I don't. One of the coolest things is the goal that he had to tie up the game. He tried a wraparound goal. Well, he got tripped by the goalie, which I don't even know that was going to get called. And when he was coming around the net, he ricocheted the puck off of one of the Avs' skaters.
Oh wow!
Skate in, which is kind of funny because that's how Colorado had scored probably half of their goals that series. It's just by stupid lucky bounces. So, oh my gosh, Jake Onger, what a save. Sorry for the people. You're going to get some live commentary here because I am watching Dallas play Winnipeg now. And then let's start the second round.
Yeah. The Panthers are down 2-0 right now in their series against Toronto, which isn't making me a happy Panther.
But as I've told you, Toronto finds ways to screw things up. They just do.
I'm not terribly worried yet. It is going to Florida now.
Yep.
So,
and the old saying, the series doesn't start until the road team wins a game. So, I want to circle back to Winnipeg though, because did you see how they beat St. Louis on, I think it was Sunday night?
No.
They're down 3-1 with 2 minutes left at home. They scored a goal with 2 minutes left. They scored a goal with 1.6 seconds left. And then they proceed to win the game in double overtime.
Okay, yep, I did. Now that you say that, I did see the double overtime win.
Yeah. Like, that's... I mean, as a Packers fan, I've experienced, like, some heartbreaking playoff losses. That one, though, takes the cake, I think.
That would be awful.
Like, it's Game 7, and you have the series in your hand, and poof, gone.
Gone. I mean, hockey is a different sport. Like, you can just score so quickly. It can not score or score.
Yeah.
So quick.
I think I was telling you this too. Well, I think actually on Saturday. But the two greatest words in sports are Game 7. That's a lie. If you have a team involved in it, because then
true.
your heart is just beating a million beats per second. But then when your team wins, it's great.
Yeah, winning a close one or like a big battle, that's awesome. Losing sucks.
Yeah, and again, I've had Dallas suffer a couple of those bad losses. Ironically enough, to St. Louis. So that's why I'm kind of glad that they got beat.
Fair.
Yeah. Hey, I know we don't talk about the NBA a lot, but the New York Knicks are beating the Boston Celtics 2-0 after winning 2 games in Boston to start off the second round of the NBA playoffs here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
both Eastern Conference series, the road team has won both games, or the lower seed has won both games so far.
That's insane.
Yeah, the Pacers have beat the Cavs twice, and the Cavaliers blew a big lead.
The Cavs are like the favorites to win it all, aren't they?
Them or Oklahoma City, I would say, or even Boston. Like, those are your big three, I would say. But yeah, Boston's blown back-to-back 20-point leads to the Knicks, a team that they hadn't lost to all season. So now Saturday afternoon, which why they're having the game on Saturday afternoon, I don't know. But Game 3 at Madison Square Garden, Boston, New York.
Ooh.
That place is going to be a madhouse.
There's going to be some fights.
Between the players or the fans?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
I figured
that's like the weird thing about sports anymore is like you used to have these heated rivalries where the players and they hate each other on and off the field, court, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And now you see like LeBron, like him and laughing with the players that he's playing against, down 15 with a minute left. It's like, what is going on?
See,
I want hatred.
I think there's only like a few true hatred rivalries anymore in all of sports. Like the Pacers against the Milwaukee Bucks, those two players or players on each of those two franchises hate each other. Like there was almost a fight after the Pacers eliminated the Bucks the other night.
I think your Bears Packers are probably still got that. But there's still more. NFL still has a lot. I mean, there's very little team loyalty like there used to be. So
yeah, well, and that's the thing too is players basically if they don't like their situation that they're in, they just demand a trade within about 2 years, and that's it.
Yeah,
kind of like we'll touch on one of those a little bit later. That might or might not have happened today. But yeah, I was see my youngest brother Ashton, big Knicks fan. Middle brother Austin, he's a big Celtics fan. So I was telling Ashton before the series that, the Knicks can just manage to steal one, I mean, I think they would have to win game one, but if they can just manage to steal one in Boston, they have a chance. And yeah, they stole both.
It's not good for Boston
No.
fans.
No. You know who is very good though? I don't know if you know this or not. His name's Scotty.
I've
Mr.
heard
Scheffler.
good things about that guy.
Yeah, he's not bad at the game of golf.
No, he might be like top two, not two in the world
Right now, well, it's between him and the guy that might have won the green jacket. I think
yeah, and it is definitely those two.
Yeah, and then I think Bryson's probably third.
Yeah,
That fair to say?
I'd agree with that. But Scotty Scheffler, wow. I mean, the guy that got second shot 23 under for the...
Yeah, Eric Van Rooyen. And I think his lowest round, or his worst round, was a 66. Or something. It was 66 or 67. And he lost.
Yeah. This happens when I think it was Scotty's worst round of 66, and he shot 61, 62, 63.
Yeah, it was
he was 22 under on the front nine, of the between the 4 days.
Like it's just one of those where
insane.
You show up and it's like in the Tiger heyday where it's like, well, boys, we're all playing for second today.
Yeah, 100%.
But now in 2 weeks we got the PGA Championship. Rory, they're all talking about that he's going to get already the Grand Slam for the year after completing the career Grand Slam.
Yeah.
And now you got Scotty finally getting his first win. You got Jordan Spieth firing a 61 or a 62 on Sunday.
Yep. You got Ricky in it.
Watch him win. Watch him.
God,
win.
I would. Dude, do you know how annoying I'm going to be if Ricky wins any major ever?
I would expect nothing less.
I am going to be unbearable.
Ooh, that was close. Yeah, no, trust me. I would do the same thing. I
love
Ricky. In all honesty, if Dallas wins the cup, I know you won't really care a lot, but I will be. Maybe not quite unbearable, but.
I mean, I'm getting more and more into hockey, so I'm not going to say I wouldn't care because I really. Well, I have one team that has a chance of doing anything ever anymore, and it's the Florida Panthers.
Not the Florida Marlins?
It is not the Miami Marlins.
Sorry.
No, definitely not.
Sorry. Actually, no, Cody, I lied. I lied. Sorry, I just want to say, if the Packers do win a Super Bowl with Jordan Love like this year or next year, then I will be unbearable because of all the stuff that I heard. Dang it! Should have freaking scored right there. Sorry, Dallas had a 2-on-1.
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say the same about Tua if he wins the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, you and I will be. I mean, not to each other because we both respect the other quarterback, but to I don't know, all the people in social media world,
all the naysayers. Oh my God, Twitter. I might even pay for a Twitter account for a while just to tweet at people.
Hey, we will definitely let some naysayers know. That's what we will do. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so. Cover that. Speaking of Miami, the F1 Grand Prix, Oscar Piastri might now be the best driver at McLaren because I think he's won 3 of the last 4 races and stole the points lead away from his teammate Lando Norris.
No,
because Lando and Max Verstappen seem to just keep wanting to fight each other, and that's probably not gonna.
Where did Verstappen get 4th?
I don't know. I didn't. Honestly, all I know is that I think it was a McLaren one too. That's all I know, and that I think Lewis Hamilton wasn't happy either. I don't think he's enjoying Ferrari right now.
Okay.
And then, NASCAR was in Texas. They need to blow up that track.
F1 is going to be in Miami till 2041. So
I did see that.
I like that because the Dolphins. I mean, it's around the Dolphins stadium, so that's cool. And then the fact that the Dolphins owner owns it. And I have my brother-in-law is a big fan, so he wants to go down there sometime. And I have a niece that's a big fan of F1. She wants to go down to Miami to see an F1 race. Gonna
have to pony up then.
Oh yeah.
Unless actually, let's see, it's through 2041. Just wait, actually.
Yeah.
Wait about 5 years, and I think the fad, I think it's going to die down. I mean, in all honesty, like, I think they had 700,000 fewer viewers from this year's event compared to last year's event.
Do you think they do another season of their show and get it back up if it starts?
Oh no, they're going to keep riding that train until that train dies. Like, they keep pumping out new seasons.
Are there still more seasons of it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I only knew of one.
I think they're like at 7 or 8 right now.
Okay.
So yeah, they're going to keep pumping them out, but I don't know. And that, like, they happen to catch lightning in a bottle because of when COVID happened, and then the fact of then they had the Verstappen versus Hamilton title fight. Like, it was lightning in a bottle, and they've kind of ridden that so far, but you can only ride that so far. Like, if that makes sense.
Interest dwindles.
Yeah. See, one thing that's really stupid. So NASCAR and Netflix, they just came out with their version of Drive to Survive. I think it's called Full Speed. This is their second season. It came out today when the NASCAR season is almost 3 months old. So from last year's season, they came out with it today.
Yeah. Do it just before Daytona. Like,
I know. That's when F1 does theirs, is right before their first race of the year.
Yeah.
And
that's when Full Swing goes out. It's shortly before, like, the season really starts.
Yeah, I think it's like
before
they
majors.
try to pump theirs out before the majors and probably before the Phoenix Open. I think.
Yes.
I think that because that's when everybody mostly starts watching. You know, because it's always the Phoenix Open and then it's the Super Bowl. Like, you watch both of those at the same time. But it's just like the people at NASCAR, their marketing department is awful, and like whoever decides to do that stuff, it's just like scheduling. Why release stuff then? But
you would think that they'd have better people in charge of that stuff. If, like, a guy like you and I can see this, how do they not have somebody?
Because the people that are running the show are morons. Like, they think that everything's great, and I could go on a soapbox for this, but I don't want to bore people. In all honesty, I really don't. No. Hey, how is Wrexham doing, Cancer?
They played they played their final.
Yeah,
they played their final season.
Sorry.
Yep, they played their final season of the game. Final game of the season. Won that, so they secured second in their table. They're going to the Championship League.
Yep. The one before the Premier League. Yep.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Yeah. Sorry, I knew we talked about that last week.
No, you're good. The soccer or the football world is such a crazy thing to try to follow. Because, like I was telling you, it's because of the movie Euro Trip, which I know you haven't seen because your mom won't let you. It was rated R.
You're probably right.
But R.I.P. Michelle Trachtenberg from that.
Oh yeah.
But because of that show, I would always consider myself, or from that movie, I always consider myself a Man U fan if I was going to pick a Premier League team. I didn't realize back then that, like, they didn't necessarily mean they were going to stay in the Premier League. I didn't understand that at all. But, like, so I was looking just kind of into their scheduling or their table. They're not doing well. They're kind of bottom tier of the Premier League right now. But they still have a chance to play in the. Last I looked, they had a chance to play in the. I think it might have gone bye, but they had a chance to go play in the Champions League, which is the next one up from Premier. It's like, it's all of Europe basically.
Yeah, it's like the best four in all the European leagues. Like, that's how you get, like, not again. I know they're not going to be in it this year, but it's how you would get matchups like Manchester United versus Real Madrid.
Yes.
Like that. That would be weird, though, to see Man U drop all the way down to the Championship.
Oh, it would be.
I mean, I know they're firing managers left and right.
Oh yeah, they're on their, like, third one in the last 2 or 3 seasons.
That's definitely a winning formula.
Yeah.
But hey, I'll say when we went to Epcot, I can't remember how many years ago this was. Probably at least 10 years ago. But I and when you're doing the tour around the world, you know how you can quote unquote drink around the world and stuff. Well, when we went to the English or the England World, they had like some soccer gear and stuff, and I got a Man U shirt as well.
Nice.
So yeah, no, I liked it. So that is my at least Premier League team.
Oh my God, Andy, we have a team in common.
Yes.
We don't even have high school teams in common.
Yeah, we really don't have anything in common at all, except for now Manchester United.
And FU. Fairway.
Oh, that's true. Hey, and Wrexham.
And Wrexham,
too. We'll say Wrexham as well. Yeah, because I mean, we don't have like the same golfers. Like
we have some, but like
Hey, technically, we both like the same NBA team because mine doesn't exist right now, and you don't like any.
That's all. What are you talking about? I'm a huge Miami Heat fan.
Oh, Heat culture all the way.
All the way. I could almost, if you give me enough time, I might be able to look up some players on their team's names.
Okay, just letting you know, Dwayne Wade does not play for them anymore. LeBron does not play for them anymore.
Chris Bosh, is he there?
No, Bosh retired. Nope, he's gone too.
Is Spoelstra still the coach?
You got one. I am proud. Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news on the podcast. Cody got a basketball question right.
Hey, basketball thoughts.
Yeah, life is a highway.
Okay. If you're going my way, never mind.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to talk about, Concert?
Let's see.
Because we're just rattling right through stuff tonight.
Yeah,
we're just going.
Definitely. Andy has another national championship to play for in our college football game.
We're going for number 4. It should be number 5. I shouldn't have lost that first national championship game.
I'm just going to put it out there on the air that I did beat Andy in the Big Ten championship this year. He beat me in the semifinals.
Yeah, I beat him in the game
matter.
That actually counted. I beat
Doesn't
him in the
matter.
game that counted.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever.
But, I got to win on you, and I'm going to hold it over you for the rest of your life.
You know, it's always funny because whenever, you hear racers always say that they never remember, they do remember the ones that they won, but they always remember the ones they gave away or that they lost.
Yep.
That's exactly what I remember from that one national championship that I did not win.
Your first national championship that you lost it, that was...
Should have won. There was some baloney that happened that game. Should have won.
It's funny.
Not bitter at all. So, good. Cody, since we're on the topic, do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask.
Well, I mean, we kind of hinted at it earlier. There's a big NFL trade today.
Yeah. See the name on Andy's shirt?
Dallas. Kind of the logo as well.
Just take the D out of it. The D out of the middle of the star. Like the Cowboys traded for George Pickens.
I don't like that trade. I really don't.
I don't either. I mean, I don't like it from either team's perspective, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh, I felt like they could have gotten at least, a second?
I would have thought that they could have got... Yes. I would have thought they'd gotten a little more.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they don't have a quarterback yet. We're still waiting on A.A. Ron.
Okay. Now, we're going to go back to the Pickens part, or the Dallas part of the trade. I just got to ask you on this. Does Pittsburgh make that trade if they know if Rodgers is coming or not? Like, if he's not coming, is that why they made the trade?
That would make more sense, because if he's coming, you want him.
Unless if, I don't know, Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson and Alan Lazard are all going to come out of retirement and come to Pittsburgh then.
That is also true. I never thought about that aspect, but good God, we've seen that storyline play out before, and it didn't work out.
Here's the thing. When Brett Favre joined Minnesota, I believe he waited till about training camp.
Yeah.
We're still a couple months away.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there, Vikings fans. Just putting that out there.
Yikes.
Because, Cody, correct me if I'm wrong, have the Vikings came out and said one of two things. Either A, J.J. McCarthy is our starting quarterback, or B, we are not signing Aaron Rodgers.
They have not said either of those things.
Huh, I wonder why.
because there's still light in that tunnel.
Wait, he's getting out of the darkness now?
Maybe.
I don't know. There's a rumor going around that he might actually have gotten married over the last 2-3 weeks because he had a wedding ring on his finger at the Derby. So
Yeah, because I
fun
didn't know
fact.
he was.
I
Does
didn't
anybody know
know.
he was dating?
Did he go back to Shailene Woodley? I don't know. Did he marry Danica? That makes sense.
My favorite. Who's your favorite girlfriend of his? Not. Take away the rumors that they're crazy because it's starting to seem like he might be the problem. I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah. See, I
But
would say Shailene Woodley. I always liked her. I didn't think she was too nuts.
I was always a big Olivia Munn fan.
Yeah, that's not a bad one either. It's not Danica. It will never be Danica. She is nuts too. That's why I think they're like the perfect match in heaven now. But
I don't believe you that she's nuts.
just do some research. Do some research.
Dude, I could do some research on you. If I start printing it out, it's on the internet. It's true now.
Okay, you're not wrong. But I'm serious. Just do some research. It's yeah, she's not a nice person and she's nuts. Like, the whole crazy hot scale? She's like way on the crazy side. Kind of like Belichick's girlfriend. Way on the crazy side.
Yeah, but Belichick's girlfriend is way hot.
But she's way crazy. Like, I don't think I think she's on the crazy side of the diagonal.
All right.
I think even Barney Stinson would say that. Okay, so circling back to the Pickens part here. I don't like it from Dallas's perspective either because Pickens is a free agent after this season, so you kind of gotta maybe pay him or pay Micah Parsons or pay both and then have nobody else on the team.
Yeah,
that's gonna work out
especially when
well.
you're already paying a quarterback a lot of money.
Yeah. Dallas, I believe, still doesn't have a running game. Last time I looked. And number 3, so CeeDee Lamb checks out a lot when he doesn't get the ball.
Yeah.
George Pickens wants to kill somebody when he doesn't get the ball. How's that going to work if one or both are not getting the ball?
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Two divas don't jive well often or ever.
Yeah. But hey, Jerry's going to have ratings, so that's what he wants.
It's not about rings, it's about ratings.
Yeah, the Cowboys are the NFC's version of the Jets. Like, because that's what Woody Johnson used basically, I think, said once upon a time, is that's what he only cared about was the ratings war. He didn't care about winning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, just absolutely stupid.
Way to like really just make your whole fan base really get behind you right there. I mean, there was a time that Fireman Ed was giving up on him.
Yeah. I mean, I still think he's hit or miss on whether he's actually given up on him or not.
That's
and I think the Jets fan base has given up on Fireman Ed.
Yeah, probably.
Of what I've heard too. I've heard some stuff.
You want to be a if you're gonna be a fan of a team, you got to be through the thick and the thin, no matter what.
I mean, I went through 6 games with Brett Hundley. I mean, I survived, so we're good. Like, from the Packers' perspective. I can't even say that with a straight face. I'm sorry.
I'm not even going to complain as a Dolphins fan because at least I'm not a Browns fan. Like,
yeah, it's
we've had a lot of quarterbacks, but they take the cake on that.
So, speaking of the Browns, are they in line for a new kicker?
There's one. There's one looking for masseuses in Cleveland right now.
Yeah. Yeah. For those who don't know, Justin Tucker, longtime Ravens kicker, was potentially in line for the Hall of Fame down the road.
I don't think it was potentially. I think it was like he was a shoe in.
Yeah.
And now he's not.
No, now he might be shoeless in a jail cell. Maybe we'll see.
He ain't going to jail. Not if they haven't.
Yeah.
If they didn't
put Deshaun in behind bar. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ravens cut Justin Tucker. They're claiming it was performance based.
Which, to be fair, he did not perform as well early last season.
Yeah, basically, here's the way I look at it. He's getting the Ray Rice treatment. Like, Ray Rice was kind of, tailing off of his production.
Yep.
Then a video comes out of him clocking his now wife, I believe.
Knocking
And,
her the F out.
yeah. And then he got cut. And they got cut from the Madden video game and a bunch of other things. But now you have, like, Joe Mixon, who, when he was at Oklahoma, like, KO'd a girl there, and he's still in the NFL right now.
The difference is production value.
Yep. And when you start to tail off in production, teams don't want you anymore. Which, I mean, I don't think it's just a harsh reality. And I don't personally think it should matter.
No.
I think it should be, in that both scenarios, cut them loose.
Yep.
Because domestic violence, especially violence against women, not good.
Nope. It's. Oh God, I have. That reminds me.
What?
Something I saw today, that some piece of legislation. This is. So, I am 100% against trans athletes in women's sports.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. There was a piece of legislation that I just kind of briefly glanced at. They were talking about, instead of trying to kick men out of women's sports, they were trying to ban spiking out of volleyball, so that there would be less chance of people getting hurt.
Isn't that like the name of the game in volleyball?
Right.
Somebody who's never played volleyball, but
what are you going to do? Take punches out of boxing? Like,
yeah.
It's just,
wow.
And do you know how boring volleyball would be without spikes?
Yeah, it would just be a bunch of volleys back and forth. That's all it would be.
Yeah. It wouldn't be like who hit the best. It'd be basically like who messed up first, not who hit the best ball.
Well, heck, and some of the best volleyball rallies are when somebody will try to spike it, and then somebody will come in with a crazy save.
Yeah.
And then, or, just the fact of, and I could never do this, but, when two girls form a wall right where the spike's supposed to happen, and they have, I don't know if it's called a kill. I don't know volleyball terminology, but where they go up and basically block it. I mean, it's called a block, but where you're basically risking getting drilled right in the face, a la like Scott Sterling, if you've ever seen those videos at all. So, I don't like that.
That anyway. That was just something I saw today that ground my gears.
Hey, something that I did see, and I think this happened last week. This is just one little racing thing. The state of Iowa passed a bill that basically said that if a racetrack was built where you're living at or where you're moving to, you can't request for that track to get torn down or have like a curfew, like noise limits or anything like that.
Good.
I know. Because, there's a racetrack in Tennessee. It's kind of a historic racetrack. It's called the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. And they're trying to do some renovations and stuff to that track to try to keep that track alive to get, like, a NASCAR date there. Yep. And there's a bunch of people that either live in apartments there or, like, will stay in apartments, like, for a few months at a time that are saying that they don't want the track to be open. They want the track shut down because of noise and other stuff.
I mean, every year you hear about that in Decorah. People that live close to the racetrack want a curfew or whatever. It's like, I get loud. It especially it's tough with kids and loud.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't be living near a racetrack.
Or just hear me out. How about just go to the racetrack then?
Heck yeah.
Races are a good time, especially local races. I mean, they are.
I do.
It's just,
I do like dirt track races. Like, I get it. It's hard. Like, you got kids. You're not taking them to the races all the time. But, like,
But still, it's what you signed up for by living there. It's just, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to touch on, sir? Before we dive into our top 5?
No, I got nothing.
Okay. Hey, we got one. Did get one last thing. Did you watch the Kentucky Derby at all?
I didn't.
Oh, I did. I picked one horse because it had the name Admire Daytona. Daytona's in Daytona International Speedway. That horse had the longest odds, and it was in sixth. About like I don't know, a fifth of the way into the race. It did finish in sixth, Cody.
Did it finish dead last?
Yes, it did.
Nice.
But I did not put any money down on that horse, so I didn't lose any money.
So the real loser or the real winner is you, I'd say.
Yep. The horse that did win though, their owner said that they're not going to run them in the Preakness, which is the next leg of the Triple Crown. Yep. So Triple Crown dead. Nope. So Preakness ratings in the toilet. Like nobody will watch. I mean, people will watch, but it won't be as much as because
people
you always
will still watch it, but they're looking. They watch it more when there's a Triple Crown threat.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what horse racing is. I mean, you have the Derby, and then the other two events are there, but they're only watchable basically if there's anything on the line.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I mean, I don't get a lot of enjoyment from watching the Derby myself anyway, but
I will say one thing: if I ever do go to the Derby, though, we're gonna rock a fedora. I think I could rock one.
I know I can. I've done it before.
Ooh. Oh, dang it! Dallas was gonna have a short-handed opportunity. Okay, Cody, should we get into our top five before we wrap this thing up?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm looking up the information. Tell the people what our top five is about this week.
Well, don't you have to do our Oh yeah, that's what you're looking up. Our top five is actually our favorite. We've done artists before. We're gonna do our top five favorite songs.
Yeah, because who doesn't love music?
And actually, to kick that off, I don't actually have them in my top five. They're one of my favorite bands, but the lead singer of Three Doors Down announced today that he has stage 4 cancer and
don't say
of
that.
some sort. Brad Arnold. So yeah, it's metastasized and it's not good.
Oh, man.
But
no, I mean like because we've lost.
Three Doors Down has a lot of. They're one of my favorites of all time. Yeah, so hopefully he can recover.
Yeah.
He's a very faith-driven person, so he talked a lot about his faith in God and how he's not scared because God has his back. So yeah, let's pray for him and pray for the best for Brad Arnold.
Yes, sir. Okay, so as Cody mentioned, as I was looking up the info here, our top five is brought to you by the boys at Lick Tags Lawn Care, who specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, which don't need that anymore, and any small engine repairs that you may have. Give the guys a call at 563-203-4238.
Nice. Hey, Catman.
Yeah, shout out. Cat. Oh, no.
That's why I'm Catman's favorite. I can at least say the whole sentence before saying "oh" in the middle of his name.
That's because Dallas just gave up a goal, so
go.
Damn it.
All right. Well,
okay. Lead us off, Cody.
For my number five, I'm going to say a song that Dallas needs right now. It's "I Need a Favor" by Jelly Roll.
That's a good one.
It's a very good song. Jelly Roll has become one of my favorites really quickly.
Okay. My number five. I've actually said this song before on the podcast here. It's my opening to my favorite video game of all time. I love the song so much. It is Flirtin' with Disaster by Molly Hatchet.
It's a great song.
I love that song so
NASCAR
much.
98?
Yes, sir.
Did you know that if you put I think that was on PlayStation 1 or PlayStation. If you put the disc into if you put the CD from that into a CD player, you could play the soundtrack on that.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to do that in my CD player all the time.
Can you do that will it work in the car?
I don't know.
Okay, I might have to try that. I just
used a CD player in so long.
Okay, I just don't want to mess it up. Actually,
my number 4, I haven't used a CD player. It's Been a While by Stained. Number 4.
Been a while.
That song has also gotten me in trouble. So, fun fact.
Why's that, Cody?
Well, we were at a Stain concert, and I know Stain very well. My wife does not, and I said, "Hey, honey, when was the last time we had sex?" And she
Oh,
said, "Why the hell are you asking that?" And then he started singing, "It's been a while," and then she laughed. So,
nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, my number 4, we're going to go a little Van Halen. I got nothing. I'm sorry, I got nothing.
No, I don't blame you.
I got nothing. I'm just going to move it on. My number 4, we're going to go a little Van Halen, Panama.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, yeah, that's
it's surprising for me. I did not. I honestly expected mostly country from you. Which
actually, you're not. You're going to see it. It's a combination of some stuff here. So
I lost you.
Oh, I'm still here.
Can
you hear me now?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, I love some good, just up tempo rock music.
Yeah. I tend to be a bigger country fan than anything, but I do have both. But I think I only had one rock song, and that was It's Been a While, so that's not really up tempo. A lot of my music's a little depressing almost. But my number 3 is actually my uplifting country song, but it's my only female on this list. It's Independence Day by Martina McBride.
Ooh, that's a classic song too. That one's good. There's so many good country songs though.
There are. And I just realized I have seen, of my top 5, I have seen 4 of them live. 5. My number 5 is the only one I haven't, and that's Jelly Roll.
Nice. The only one that I've seen live is my number 2. That's it. So, okay. Number 3. Cody, do you want to be a jukebox hero?
Hero. Yeah, it stars in my eyes.
When Ashton and I went to Green Bay a couple years ago, we went to Dave & Buster's, and we were playing Guitar Hero. We were playing that song.
Nice.
Because then just when you're playing, then you got to rock out, and it's just...
If only you had hair, you could...
I know. I don't have the flow, so...
Definitely not. My number 2 is actually Little Rascal Flatts. Broken Road.
Oh, God bless the Broken Road.
Yep. God bless the Broken Road. That led me straight to you.
They do have some really good songs. It's just, especially when you hear the words to it, or when you actually listen to the lyrics and stuff, like.
That's one of the songs. So I sing to my newborn Adam, to get him to go to sleep sometimes, which is crazy because I have a terrible singing voice. But I only sing a song if I know it 100%, and that's one of the songs that I can sing to him, which is a weird song to sing to a baby, but it works.
Hey, it's a nice little slow melody. It's nothing up tempo or anything.
No, it's just the sound of it is soothing, I think. Even though it's my terrible, terrible voice.
Okay. My number 2 is the one guy that I've gotten to see it in person. Tim McGraw, Live Like You Were Dying.
That is a great song.
I love that song. I don't know. That one, it's a little bit, it's a sad-ish song too, but it hits you in the feels.
Makes me think of my grandpa. Where'd you see him?
Iowa Speedway.
Nice.
Got to see him before one of the IndyCar races that we went to a few years ago.
Okay. Is that the one you tried to leave early?
Nope. That was the NASCAR race last year, which we didn't leave early, thankfully. We're rambling.
I have fun.
I know you do.
Have fun.
Okay. What's number 1?
My number 1 is my favorite singer, and it was my first dance with Courtney at our wedding. It was Someone by Aaron Lewis.
Nice.
Not his most well-known song by any means, but
okay.
It'd be
kind of a slower song, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably be in trouble if that wasn't my number 1, even though she's never going to listen to this. So,
hey, you're getting brownie points in case if she is, or if somebody that she knows is.
That's true.
You know what I mean, or that knows her is.
That is true.
Okay,
I need all the points I can get.
That's right. You already got the kids already. You're good to go.
That's true. Time to
Okay.
slough off.
Okay, so my number one, it's an upbeat rock song. It's one of my favorite ones that I love to listen to. Just get me getting going in a really good mood. Poison, Nothing But a Good Time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. That's a good
I
song.
love that. I love that song so much.
I like it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to say one. I do have an honorable mention just because I was scrolling through my phone here. Beer for My Horses by Toby Keith and Willie Nelson. I forgot to put that one in the list. It was fringe. It was close.
I had so many songs that I was thinking about that for like my fringe.
I know. There's so much good music out there.
There is.
I mean, compared to some stuff that you hear where some people say
some
that
days
music isn't good anymore.
Someday, which for a lot of things that like I believe there's not a lot of good music, but there are some really good country artists right now. Country
Yep.
There are some really good ones right now. There's some bad, but there is some like more old school classical country sounds like Cody Johnson, Jelly Roll, Billy Zimmerman,
Luke Combs,
fantastic.
Chris Stapleton.
Hardy.
Yep.
Just storytellers.
They're bringing country back. Like, it's not the pop country, which again, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
but they're bringing like classical country back.
You can tell because they're not the handsome guys singing it, you know?
Yep. What are you talking about? I mean, you don't like Jelly Roll with the tats and everything?
The only one that I think is like good looking-ish as a dude that is Bailey Zimmerman. Other than that, the rest of them are like bigger guys.
Big grizzly beards. Yeah.
Face tattoos, whatever, you know?
Yeah. But, yeah.
God, they can belt it, though.
Yeah, they can. A lot better than I can.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with that. You're a great singer.
Oh, thanks, Cody. I will say, though, there's still not a lot that tops Carrie Underwood either, though. Because, my gosh, like, well, I mean, her and Kelly Clarkson, two most successful. Let's go. We're on the board, Cody. We're on the board. Yep. Mikko Rantanen. Again, that's good. He's been on here.
Yeah, like, even, like, my daughter, Abby, every time, she is excited to watch Carrie sing the Sunday Night Football song. Like, it's just...
Hey, we're excited, too, to see Carrie sing the Sunday Night opening theme as well.
And, dude, I've been to her concert. She puts on a show.
I've seen some...
Nothing but bangers.
Clips and stuff. Yeah. Well, and, again, from seeing her on American Idol, it's authentic. Like, it's not any voice modification, like any auto-tune or anything like that. Like, it's legit her.
She's good.
Yeah. And she's married to a former hockey player.
Yeah.
Good for Mike Fisher. Good for him.
He was a great defenseman, wasn't he? Or not great, but he was a defenseman.
He was decent. He was pretty good for Nashville. I believe he actually scored at least one overtime goal once upon a time. I don't know if it was to end like a triple overtime game or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Because then, as soon as he scores, they have to cut to Carrie.
Well, yeah.
I know. But I mean, it's like, with whenever Kelsey does, Travis Kelsey does anything good, they have to cut to Taylor.
Yeah, but like, it's Carrie.
I know. It's
Queen Carrie.
Yes. American Idol judge, Carrie.
Is she?
Yeah, it's her, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie.
I hate Luke Bryan.
Really?
Do
you want to dive into that? Do you want to dive into that or no?
He has some good songs, but he's that pop country that I just... He's got some stuff that, like, every once in a while I'll catch myself like, okay, I don't hate this as much as I think I do, but some of it's just, I don't like that stadium country.
Yeah, or like bro country, like kind of like that.
Yeah. There was a song. One of my favorite song of his was actually not. It's not on Spotify or Apple Music. It's Small Town Favorite Son. I've only been able to find it on YouTube, or I had it downloaded for a long time, but I don't have any downloaded songs anymore. It's all Spotify.
Okay. See, that's basically Apple all Music. I do for downloaded songs is through Apple.
Yeah.
But that's just because I listen to about only the same handful of songs anyway. So if I hear a good one, then it's like, okay, cool.
Add it to the list.
Or we're at least gonna try to remember to add it to the list, and then most of the time it's like, Oh shoot, I can't.
I remember hearing this song 5 years ago. I thought I liked it. I never listened to it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I've done that with a couple of Eric Church songs where I have them in the back of my head, like I'm going to add them in. Which I mean, Eric Church also.
Eric Church is fantastic.
Like I've heard him in concert is really good as well.
Yeah, he was pretty new when I saw him live, but he was very good.
Yeah, he's one of the few that I would like to see live too. But
yeah, I love concerts.
Yeah, I'm just not a big crowd guy, so it's whatever for me. But
doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form.
Again, unless if it's at a sporting event. I think sporting events are the only thing, but maybe it's just because I'm not in like a big mosh pit or like everybody's on top of one another. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Anyway.
So we've got I don't think we went off the rails at all, but I think we're just kind of swerving off the road a little bit.
Yeah, we're not derailed, but we're pushing the edge of it.
Yeah.
Time to wrap it up, B.
Yep, time to wrap her up, and then I'm gonna see if Dallas can break Canada's hearts for Game 1. But we are tied at 1, so that is good.
It's always good.
Any parting words you have, Cancer?
Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, rate 5 stars, and happy birthday, Scott. I know this is actually after we're recording it on your birthday, so it'll get out after, but hope you had a good birthday. Love you, buddy. And what was the other thing I always say? What's your favorite position in football, Andy?
Oh, it's the fullback. And remember,
fullbacks are people too.
Yeah. See, we both said it this time.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
So thank you everybody for listening, and we will catch you next week.
Peace.